Welcome back. Well, this week has been a little different than most. A lot of stressful situations, a lot of trials and tribulations, a lot of adversity, problems, and things that pop up out of nowhere. As I sit back and talk to you about my first morning coffee in over 2 years, I want you to know that I am not a perfect individual. My lifestyle is not perfect. My situations aren't perfect. But coming to grips with those situations and understanding them is all part of the process. So I want to talk to you about thick skin. And I don't mean to identify or put anyone in a situation of, hey, tempting to be a snowflake or anything like that. That's not the direction that we're going. I want to talk about having thicker skin than the thick problems or the weight of the problems that you're in. So recently I go through a situation and submitted a proposal for a company and contacts, and the rejection letter was magnificent, to say the least. The words were, very combative and things of that nature brought back. And at first I'm not going to say that it didn't weigh on me. We've all had rejection letters. We all have had, the turn down of the job that we wanted, that dream job or that dream situation, or maybe we were asking that significant person out and they rejected us in the harshest fashion possible, and we had to live with it. Understanding that no is not necessarily a term for ever, but for not now. We don't know what the person was going through that rejected us, or the company that was going through that decided that we weren't the correct person. We don't know. All we know is what's happening to us in the moment of our feels. What happens to us when we deal with that rejection, because for whatever reason, it's very passionate to us. And I looked at that rejection email several times over, read it over and over and over. And once I realized, what in the world is he talking about? There's a possibility that I looked at that email and saw a little bit of a miscommunication. Maybe there's an opportunity there because they thought I was doing something different than what they were expecting. And they were simply answering to a question that I didn't ask. Well, I took that to heart as far as understanding the message. And sometimes we get offended or we get hurt because the initial rejection and maybe not the message. Sometimes the message is there to where we can take the opportunity to better ourselves or learn to find the answers that they're looking for, to become the person that they're thinking, or evolve into whatever needed to be to fit that situation or that role. And that comes with having thick enough skin to take the rejection and evolve beyond it. I've worked in corporate settings and company environments to where I felt neglected and felt, I guess you could say, not as valuable as what I thought. And it's hurt. It's very detrimental to your growth. It's very harmful to your mindset. No one wants to go into a relationship feeling unappreciated all the time. Understanding what you're really asking for, understanding what you're really there for, as opposed to the way you feel, is a huge difference. And I want you to know, sometimes those hits that we take, they're meant to put us in the right direction. Take care of yourself. 24 hours better.